want to talk to you today about the gospel made simple. The gospel made simple. The Bible teaches that each one of us ought to be ready to give an answer for the reason that the hope we have. And we want to make sure that every one of your people is ready to give an answer for the reason for the hope that they have. But before we get into that, I'd invite you to spend a little time doing what I did yesterday, and that is spending a little bit of time in review. Paul said, keep reminding God's people of these things. He said, rejoice in the Lord always. Let me say this again. Let me repeat this. And one of the most important principles of teaching is the principle of review. And we want to continually review the things we have taught in the past. My observation is you spend 30 minutes or an hour unpacking a particular topic, and you can get just as much benefit. You can double your benefit of that teaching by coming back the next week and spending a little bit of time review. And you remember what we talked about last week? My guess is some of you may or may not remember, and my guess is most of your people, as most of my people, did not remember. But last week we talked about prayer made simple. Prayer made simple, and we talked about 3 points. Do you remember what they are? My guess is many of you do not remember, and my guess most of your people do not remember. But if you will review, if you will spend 2 or 3 minutes in reviewing, you will get just as much out of that 2 or 3 minutes of review as you did last week, spending 30 minutes or an hour unpacking the content. And the 3 things we learned was God is big, you are small, ask for help. God is big, you are small, ask for help. And that is prayer made simple. But today we want to talk about the gospel made simple. And normally, when I unpack a text, what we will do is look at the text itself, and then from on the basis of having looked at the text, then we will look at the principles that come out of the text. But this week we're going to do it the opposite way. We're going to look at some principles and kind of some other stuff, and then we're going to come back to the text, and we're going to look at the text toward the end of our time together. And to set up this idea of the gospel made simple, I want us to look at it, the idea of the simple gospel in contrast